Welcome back to the Six Pennies podcast. This is Jonathan Mock. I'm here with Albert, and it's only four of us, or four pennies here today. We're missing Timmy. He's been busy getting ready for his baby, obviously, and with other stuff as well. But it's time for pocket change. You ready? You ready, Albie?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. So this one. Thanks again, everyone, for the questions. We had another giveaway last week, and congratulations again to Joshua Ling for winning a prize that we haven't sent out yet, but it will be en route to you soon.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, that's a big prize. So today we have two questions we're going to go through. Our first one is from Roger Lynn. He asks what the best barbecue in Texas is. Let me start off by saying I'm a little confused as to the wording of this or the phrasing. I don't know why he felt the need to include the last two words, in Texas. It's pretty obvious, first of all, that the best barbecue is in Texas.
That's a great point. Do you know where Roger's from, actually?
Is he a St. Louis guy?
Yeah, he's a St. Louis guy, unfortunately.
No, don't tell me he thinks St. Louis barbecue is better than Texas.
He 100% believes St. Louis barbecue and their ribs are better than what we have here in the great state of Texas.
No way. I can't believe that. There's no way he's like. We're gonna put him up to like a lie detector or something to really confirm this. I don't see how anyone can argue against this fact. Man, it kind of makes me not want to choose him for this pocket change anymore. But let's stick with this question then. So in Texas, what do you think is the top?
Yeah, this was actually really hard for me to decipher because you're right. Like barbecue in Texas, there's just so many good restaurants, and when visitors come from out of state, that's the one thing they want to try when it comes to food. It's like barbecue or steak or Tex-Mex, but the most common thing is barbecue. And so you have the kind of like the main staple in the Austin, Central Texas area, and that's Franklin. I think their ribs and their brisket is like, I used to hate him because I think he got so famous and like he was the king of Austin for like 3 years, but I admit like it's really amazing.
It is good. Yeah,
it is good, but I don't think any place is really worth 4 hours of waiting. So
I agree.
With that being said, I like this place in Dallas, and Roger knows this place. He's actually the one that told me about it. And it's Cadillac, and it's in Addison, just north of Dallas. And I think
is this a new find? I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, this is fairly new. I say we probably started going to this place maybe a year ago. But the thing that's really nice about this place is they have like these weekly specials that it only happens for that 1 week. So let's say like you show up, this week, you go to, so it's only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and it's only open for lunch. So first of all, that's crazy. Yeah. And then second of all, like let's say you go tomorrow for lunch, and the weekly special might be sausage or something. If you go back the next week, it might be burnt ends. And I've gone there twice. I've missed out on the burnt ends both times, but I told like nothing can beat Cadillac burnt ends.
Wow. So do they have other stuff when it's not the special?
Yeah, I mean, they still have the regular meats. So they still have, like, the pork and beef ribs. They still have brisket and prime rib and things like that. But I think all that stuff is, like, top tier. I don't know if I can rank them number one. But I just want to really try those burnt ends. Like, my friend Will, he described it to me yesterday, actually. He called them like candy. Like he said, it just tastes like candy. So I definitely want to go.
Well, let me ask you this. When you go to a barbecue joint, like what do you judge a place on? What do you judge a barbecue place on?
Yeah, that's a good question because I'm sure like a lot of these like really big name, famous, popular barbecue joints, like they only have like one or two meats that are really good, and then the rest are average.
Yeah, they're like specialists.
Yeah. So with that being said, I like consistency, and Thank you for asking me that question because I do want to mention this place, and it's like really overlooked. It's very underrated, very underappreciated. But I actually went there with you a few years back when I was living in San Antonio,
Oh man.
and it's actually the original location of Rudy's Barbecue. So
Yeah.
this place, it was just like so consistent. Everything was moist. Everything was tender. I just love it, and I love how it's the original feel. So like, if you have ever been to like Lockhart, Texas, with the old pits outside and stuff, like this is what it was at the Rudy's location in San Antonio. So, props to
Yeah.
Rudy's.
No, that was a really nice visit. I definitely remember that. We took a bunch of out of towners too,
Yeah.
like out of staters, and they were really impressed with it. Um, I just mentioned that question just because I feel like a lot of the places that people really hype up are specialists. Like they're good at one thing, and like pretty much anywhere in St. Louis, is it just ribs? Is that it? Like it's not even beef rib either, right? It's pork ribs, right?
Yeah, it's the saucy pork ribs, but I would say like their sliced meat is actually really really good.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll have to get that a try next if I'm ever back in St. Louis. But I was in
I don't
Kansas
think
City for
yeah, I don't think you'll ever go back to St. Louis, right? Let's
yeah,
be
I was
honest
there
here.
once for Urbana, probably never again.
Yeah.
But I was in Kansas City for work probably like three different times last year, and Kansas City is the other place outside of Texas. It's Kansas City and St. Louis. I feel like that really brag about their barbecue. Um, I tried it. They're specialists too, though. They only have like the only thing good on their menu is burnt ends, and
Mm.
it's it's good. It's just not like so. When I go to a place, I judge it by kind of two things. I'm gonna try their brisket for sure and their beef rib. Um, so for me, that's their top two. And anywhere else outside of Texas, I feel um, like Rudy's. You mentioned Rudy's. Like any Rudy's location, like kills it on the brisket. Compared to other states.
Yeah, true.
Um,
True.
like other states, it's like embarrassing when they even have brisket on their menu because it's so like dry and hard and yeah, just not good. But for me, my top is going to be this place in Austin. It's a food truck that I think is right up there, top of the line with the Franklins, with all the other 2+ hour wait places. It's called Valentina's, and
That
I
place
think
is
you've checked
so
it out.
good. Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I don't know why it's so under the radar.
Because
Whenever,
it's like an
when,
hour away from Austin.
oh, is it?
It's so
Oh,
far. Yeah.
okay. I guess I've never driven. I just sat in the back and waited. Um, but yeah, no wait. And the food is really good. And they got really good brisket and really good beef rib. The one place in Houston that has anything like comparable to that is Killen's, which is pretty good too. I don't know if you had that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the best barbecue in Texas. We
Do you wanna bring up the time we went to the barbecue place in North Carolina?
oh man, I think I blocked that out of my memory. So we had like
It's the one bad thing about Barack Obama.
yeah. So do you remember the name of that place?
I do not. Like,
So we had a group of like I think 10 of us. We were up in North Carolina. Wife and kids, the whole 9 yards, and we all decided to check out this place. Was it in Asheville or
yeah.
near Asheville?
Yeah, it was in Asheville.
And it was hyped as Barack Obama's favorite barbecue, and we went there, and we'll just leave it at it was not good. Like Barack Obama, maybe he just hasn't tried Texas barbecue.
I
But
think he's been to Franklin. Yeah,
okay,
he's been
that's
to
horrible.
Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Barack. That's one strike against you. But we'll still take you back anytime you want
Yeah,
to come
the
back,
one
Barack.
and only strike against the man.
But yeah, thanks for the question, Roger. Sorry we kind of crapped all over St. Louis, but I think you understand. So our second question today comes from Troy Wong,
Mr.
and
Troy.
yeah, so this is a pretty fitting question. Last week we mentioned, opening day was this Sunday, and this whole week is kind of just all baseball, other than some NCAA basketball game that happened on Monday. But Troy
Did
asks, "What's the best day?"
did you watch that
Was
game? I didn't watch a second of that game.
I watched it after the Astros game finished, and I kind of regret it because it wasn't very good. The refs kind of just took over the game. Yeah, it was really bad. Um, but yeah, UNC won, and I'm sure our friend Howe is happy about that. Um, but yeah, Troy asks, back to baseball. He asks, "What's the best stadium food while watching summer baseball?" And he gives us three options. So let's stay with these three options for now. He asks, hot dog, nachos, or Dippin' Dots. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with the hot dog just because the ballpark in Arlington where the Rangers play, they have like these specialty hot dogs that are like $35 or $40.
Oh, the
And
boomstick.
yeah, and you've had it, right? Have you had it?
No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Okay. Well, the boomstick was like the first iteration of it. It's like in its eighth iteration now. There's like Korean barbecue with it. There's like
Oh wow,
quesadillas on it. Like it's nuts. And I would say that it's worth every penny because you
man.
yeah, you eat it with like three other people, so like four people total. You're stuffed. It's good quality food. And I think for me the hot dog now after seeing like the boomstick and stuff, I think it's the most versatile. I didn't think it was versatile, but the Texas Rangers made it versatile.
Ah man, I don't know. It's hard to say hot dog for me just because I'm Chinese, I'm Asian, and I can't. So the only time I ever pay for a hot dog is for dollar hot dog night. So I can't pay more than $1 for a hot dog, and even then, I feel a little bad just because I know I can buy a whole pack of them at HEB for like 88 cents or whatever. So for me, it's Dippin' Dots through and through.
True.
I love Ice Cream of the Future. You know that. Timmy knows that for sure. And so yeah, I'm actually gonna go get some Dippin' Dots next week. We have it planned on the calendar already.
It's on the
Um,
calendar.
yeah, because well, our friend Show, he's moving back to China, and for his going away, he had made like a food bucket list, and Sarku and Dippin' Dots were both on there. So we're gonna hit those up next week,
No
right
one,
before he takes off.
no wonder why
Um,
his girlfriend hates that he eats so much.
well, the funny thing is he's still doing Insanity every day, and then he just counteracts that with Ice Cream of the Future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But okay, so outside of these three options, though, hot dog, nachos, and Dippin' Dots, do you have anything else that you really like eating at the ballpark?
So this is kind of answering the question without answering the question, but the best like stadium food, in my opinion, is actually at soccer stadiums. I think,
Okay.
yeah, I think they like in terms of like price, it's already way cheaper than like football or baseball and whatnot. But I just think that because soccer is such a boring sport, like you can go 2 hours and there'll be no goals. So I think that a lot of the concession stands there really focus on the food part, and everything I've had at like FC Dallas games or like indoor soccer games, like it's really good. And usually it's just like you know like these nachos with a bunch of stuff on top, bunch of fixins, or like just like chicken strips. But the chicken strips are like so tender and juicy, and
Oh,
so
they're good chicken
yeah,
strips.
yeah. So for me, it's like soccer game.
Yeah, no, it's funny you mentioned like the difference between like good chicken strips and bad chicken strips. I will mention that I didn't know this, but so at Rockets games, a few years ago, I would always get the upper deck seats and whatnot, and then I got a chance. Buddy of mine hooked me up with the league with a media pass, so I got to go to the club level to act like I was one of the media, and the club level, man,
You
I
were the
can't go.
media man.
I can't go back now. Like the club level, the food is so much better. Like a burger up top versus a burger in the club, it's ridiculous.
Dang.
And it's like the same price, but it's like actually juicy, not frozen. And chicken tenders too. Like whatever it is, the equivalent food in the club level is 10 times better.
It's the same
But
price.
yeah,
Man, that's not
yeah,
fair.
yeah. Well, rich get richer, I guess.
Yeah.
It's really not fair, but best stadium food, going back to baseball, I've ever had is in Safeco Field or
Okay.
Safeco Park, whatever it is, in for Seattle,
Yeah.
where Seattle Mariners play. We were there on vacation, and they have some amazing garlic fries. Like
Ooh.
you smell terrible afterwards, but it's so worth it. Like, yeah, that's pretty much all I remember from that game.
But
And the
you've
fact that
but
my
you've
Ichiro jersey
but you've
finally.
loved you've loved garlic fries since like I've known you.
Yeah, and those are the best I've ever had. Um, But I've been watching baseball the last couple of days. You know, with the Astros starting the season and all that, and they're stepping up their game in the ballpark, man. Like they got Shake
Nice.
Shack there. I just found out now, and they got Torchies there. So I'm gonna have to make a trip back to see the Astros in person.
I would say one disclaimer about the ballpark in Arlington. So they have like, just regular seats, and then they have all you can eat buffet seats that are
Oh
in
yeah.
like right field upper deck. It is not good. It is not worth it. Don't buy
How
it.
much are those?
It's like probably double the price. So let's say you get, well, like the lowest is like maybe $30, and it's not like all you can eat. It's not like how you imagine. It's really all you can eat. Chicken fingers,
It's like cotton
fries.
candy.
Yeah, chicken fingers, fries, and soda, and that's really it. And it's like frozen and it's just sitting out there. It's definitely not worth it. Go and get like real food at the ballpark. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just an age thing too, though. I remember one of my favorite Astros memories growing up was my dad got, I think they call them diamond level seats, and
Okay.
they're right behind home plate. And I don't think you can even buy them; they're all reserved for companies and whatnot. And they have wait staff there who come to your seat, but it's all you can eat as well if you go kind of into the tunnel. And I mean, obviously, I went when I was like a little kid, so I loved the all you can eat like crap like nachos and
Yeah.
hot dogs and cotton candy. It sounds terrible now, but like who would want all you can eat of that? But maybe with that Dippin' Dots back there, it changed my mind now. But all right, so thanks for the questions again, Roger and Troy, and thanks for tuning in this Thursday to Pocket Change Thursday. Please throw us a like on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations again to Joshua Ling. We will send you your prize. Don't worry.
Yeah, no April Fools.
All right. Bye.